Hi there. Due to the coronavirus, a lot of teachers will need a quick way to record a lecture for their students from home. And that is what this video is about. The easiest way to record a lecture from home is using a voice over PowerPoint. My name is Pieter Kuipers and I've been recording MOOCs and web lectures for the past few years for a course on quantitative evaluation of embedded systems. But in these videos that I'm now making for you, I'm just going to talk about the bare minimum. Nothing as complicated as a studio lecture, but just things that you can do from home with a minimum of hassle. If you have, after this video, any questions, feel free to send them to the teaching support team. This is the setup that I'm using at the moment in my attic at home. You can see there's a laptop, you can see there is a headset, a mouse, and there is this little statue of a squirrel in the corner. The most important part, I think, that you need to get before you start making recordings is this headset. And the reason for that
is that if you don't use a headset, you're going to use the internal microphone of your laptop. And then your voice is going to sound like this. And that's much harder to listen to if you have to listen to it for a long time as a student. So use a headset and also make sure that in the settings of your computer, this headset is selected as the main recording device.
the other maybe peculiar thing is that I have this little statue of a squirrel there. His name is Quercus, by the way, and that I actually mention him in this video. Well, the reason for having him there is that he reminds me that I have to smile. I'm sitting here and I'm smiling like crazy, well, at a puppet, because that is the way to make my voice still sound energetic, even though I'm presenting in front of a laptop without any audience. It helps me to pretend that there actually is an audience and to feel as if I'm in front of a classroom. And then I get to the actual meat of the matter. How to record a voiceover using PowerPoint. The answer to that is very simple. You just open up PowerPoint. You go to this little slideshow tab, and then you click on the record slideshow button. And once you've done that, well, you get a small menu and you say that you want to include your slide animations and timings and your narrations, ink and laser pointer. And these are very handy because, well, they give you this laser pointer, but they can also give you a little pen which you can use to send messages. And the nice thing is that if you use this pen, I mean, it looks crude, but it does give some motion on your slides. It does give the students something to look at, because otherwise they're looking at boring, well, boring. Of course, what is on your slides is very interesting, but nothing is moving. And the eye is always looking for something that is moving. So if you include this narrations and ink, then you can actually make it a little bit more lively for your students, even if your slides are not prepared for that per se. Once you're done recording, you just press this little X and you go back, or you press escape on the keyboard and you get back to the slide that you were. Then you can go to the file section of PowerPoint. You can click the export tab. So it's not the save tab, it's the export tab. And there you click the create video. And after you've clicked create video, then, well, you will see here standard. It says presentation quality, use recorded timings and narrations. You click this create video, and then you just save your video. And once you've saved it, you can upload it to Canvas. You could also upload it to YouTube, and you can spread it to your students. So that's basically it. Well, one of the nice features of building a voice over PowerPoint in this way is that in PowerPoint you will see these little speaker symbols appearing. And those mean that something has been recorded as a voiceover over this slide. And if you now press the record slideshow button again and you choose record from this slide, then you can actually redo the recording of that little piece of the voiceover if you were not satisfied with it. For example, because you said really too often. But don't be too critical when you do that, because otherwise you can be recording for hours on a single PowerPoint and you have an entire lecture to cover. So be a little bit forgiving towards yourself. Just make the video and, for example, send it to one student or a student assistant or a fellow teacher for checking. Just ask them, is this a reasonable video? Can you listen to this? Can I send this around? And probably the answer will be yes. And we can get on with lecturing, even despite that everybody has to stay at home at the moment. Well, my next video will be on OBS, Open Broadcast Software, which is a little piece of software that you can use to make screencasts, to also include webcams and do a little bit more complicated things. You can also use it if you're actually used to LaTeX and using PDFs for your slides rather than PowerPoint, because in a PDF viewer, you generally do not have this way of recording voice over PowerPoint, so you have to resort to a little different kind of software. So I hope you have the time to watch that video as well. It's not very difficult. And of course, we are always there to help you set things up if you need any help. That's it for now. Enjoy recording web lectures for a change and stay well.